They killed popcorn chicken. Huh? And replaced it with nuggets. The industry calls it a premium upgrade. I call it a $1 billion bait switch. You need to know the truth behind the rebrand, because when the name changes and the prices go up, guess what? The quality goes down. I'm not here for the marketing, you guys. I'm on your side to find out what's actually inside the big three. We are stripping down the armor.
So tell me, what brings you in today?
On these guys to see if the meat under the microscope matches the story on the boxes. Let's look inside the data.
Okay, folks, here we are. Church's Texas chicken. Really? Texas chicken? I'm from California, but Texas? This is a heavyweight of the three, you guys. This guy. Most consumers associate this brand with flavor. But here, flavor usually translates to lipid density and sodium saturation. So I'm gonna open this bad boy up here and make sure you guys see this correctly. Let me adjust this, there you go. Wow, look at this. So I asked for popcorn chicken. They said, they don't have popcorn chicken anymore, you old man. You need strips. Okay, well, you know what? I got a lot of comments asking to test these guys. Popeyes, Church's, and KFC. So here you go. Oh, look, it came with this. You know what? I don't know, add some honey to it. Anyways, we're here for this. All right, so here is the Church's fried chicken. And so yeah, under the micro lens, the breading architecture is it's pretty dense, as you can see, almost non-porous. We're going to see if that thick scab, this stuff right here, is protecting a whole muscle protein. The chicken, I mean, it doesn't look bad, you guys, really. Look, I mean, it's shredding like it should, right? Or is it just structural shell designed to hold as much oil as possible inside the chicken? So let's get a cross section and we'll look at this fiber integrity. A lot of individuals in the comments wanted me to test this chicken. So I get this, right? Put 1 drop of distilled water on here. Maybe another one, maybe 2 drops. And a 45. And set it down. There we go. Off to the scope. So 40 times magnification of the Texas Crunch. Marketing falls apart just a little bit. What looked like the golden breading now resembles a jagged biological mountain range of polymerized oils and trapped starches. So you guys, look closely at this gum line. You see that translucent layer where the batter meets the protein? It's saturated. Instead of a clean sear, we're seeing a high density fat trap, lipid trap. The question is this thick shell protecting a quality muscle fiber, or is it a structural mask for an engineered slurry? The data suggests that in this subject, the crunch is doing a lot of the heavy lifting for the chicken. Let's bump this up to 100 times. So the Texas chicken marketing kind of disappears at 100 times. We're deep in the architecture of the breading, and it's a mess. You see those craters? That's a polymerized lipid landscape. The oil has fully saturated the starch, creating this thick scab designed to lock in the moisture and weight. So look at this, the gum line. That's raw batter, an unrendered fat that never hit enough heat to solidify. It's the result of high-speed fry that prioritizes volume over quality. The microscope doesn't care about the brand breaded story. It only sees the saturation. So you ready for 400 times? Let's bump it up. Okay, so here at 400 times, look at those spheres. Those are lipid globules trapped in a starch matrix. It's a literal minefield of fat. But look at the protein. Notice how the muscle fibers are fragmented and chaotic. And I'm gonna tell you right now, 400 times, it's kind of difficult to look through this mess, which is surprising. In a high quality cut, you'd see organized parallel strands. Here is a disorganized slurry. This is a smoking gun of the rebrand. They aren't giving you an upgrade. They're giving you an engineered bite that's held together by chemistry and not nature. Okay, so we're bumping this up to 1,000 times, you guys. We're basically looking at a different planet. Do you guys see those translucent craters? That's lipid saturation at a molecular level. We aren't even looking at meat anymore. It's a starch and fat polymer. Notice how there are 0 defined cell walls in the protein. It's a total wreck. This is a smoking gun for the bait and switch. This isn't the whole muscle chicken they promised. It's an engineered slurry designed to trick your brain into thinking it's real. At this magnification, the Texas branding is a joke. All that's left is a chemistry. Okay, next up, we're putting Popeyes under the scope. Popeyes, they're rebranded. These are boneless wings. The marketing promises a shatter crunch texture, but that usually means high starch, high lipid shell. We're going to strip this armor to see if there's actual muscle fiber underneath this guy, or just an engineered slurry. Let's see what the scope says. Let me open up for you guys here. It looks, Popeyes, I like, and it looks good. The chicken looks good. I think it's all about what's on the outside maybe, but there's a lot of oils, could be saturated fat around these striations and muscle fibers, but I'm gonna take a sample of this. I'm going to put a little bit of distilled water in here so I can make it thinner and break it up a little bit so we can see it better under the scope. And guys, chicken's chicken, right? This looks good. Churches look pretty good too, but you'll see under the scope. I just wanted to do a cross comparison, what it looks like. A lot of comments came in asking me to do this. So for those of you out there that say, Bill, chicken's chicken, come on, man. Of course it looks like chicken, but I think it's all in the prep, okay? So make sure this is looking good here so I can see through it. For this guy, for Popeyes, going under the scope, let's go. Okay, so what are we looking at? We're at 40 times, and you can see exactly how Popeyes builds that shatter crunch. Do you guys see those jagged glass-like peaks? Our high starch armor designed to trap as much oil as possible. But look at the valleys between the breading. You see the glistening? That's the lipid map bleeding through. It's a chaotic landscape of fat and flour. The question is this boneless wing actually protecting legitimate muscle fiber? Or is the crunch just a mask for an engineered slurry? Let's go deeper and take a look at the protein at 100 times. So what do you guys think? You can see the truth behind the crunch, really. This isn't just breading. It's a solid layer of fused starch. The oil has basically turned the outside of this chicken into a wall. So look at the gum line right here. It's thick. That's unrendered fat and raw batter that never actually cooked through. They use this layer to trap moisture so it feels real juicy, even if the meat is low quality. It's a trick, you guys. Let's get under this layer and see if there's any real muscle fiber or if the crunch is the only thing they're selling you. So I'm bypassing the 400 times and we're going straight into the 1000 time magnification to look for some striations or muscle. So the boneless wing story falls apart. Look at this protein. We actually have legitimate muscle striations here. You can see the parallel fibers and the organized cellular structure. But look at how they're swimming. The lipid saturation is everywhere. Even though there's real muscle fiber, it's completely surrounded by an unrendered fat. They took a decent piece of chicken and buried it in a high-speed, high-oil process. The data shows the protein is there, but we're paying for a lot of oil to get to it. So let's jump to the Colonel KFC. I've seen enough of Popeyes. Okay, the Colonel, nice looking guy. This is the epicenter of the rebrand, you guys. They officially retired popcorn chicken for these original recipe nuggets. Let's open it up. The corporate claim is a premium whole muscle upgrade, but the science usually tells a different story. So we're going deep into the morphology to see if this is an evolution in quality or just a pivot in profit. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, this look bad, you guys. Like I said before, it's basically the breading and all these samples look the same inside. Like, it's chicken, right? But it's how you prep it. So let's put this on the slide. Let's put 1 drop of the distilled water on here, like so. And like I said, let's get it real thin so we can see through it. Sample looks pretty good. Finger looking good. 45 degrees. Off to the scope. Let's do it. Okay, 40 times. You can see the difference immediately, you guys. Unlike the others, the KFC breading isn't as solid a wall. It's a loose, fragmented layer of flour and spices. But look at the surface. See those dark pools? That's oil that has completely soaked through the coating. Since it's a thinner original recipe style, there's no armor here to stop the saturation. We're going to peel this back and see if that whole muscle claim holds up, or if the oil has already compromised the protein. Let's go deeper at 100 times. So what do you think? The original recipe coating looks completely different from the others, I think. It's not an armor, it's a porous, uneven layer of flour and pepper. So do you notice the oil saturation right here? Because the coating is thin, the fryer oil has soaked straight through the meat. There's no really gum line like we saw with Popeyes and Church's, but you can see where the lipids have pooled on the surface of the protein. Now we're going to take a look at the fibers to see if the premium nugget is actually a solid piece of chicken or just a well-oiled imitation. We're going to 400 times. So here we are, the whole muscle claim is under the scope. So look at the protein. Unlike the Church's sample, we're actually seeing organized fiber bundles here. Amazing, right? But check out the saturation. Because the breading is so thin, the oil has migrated deep into the tissue. You can see the lipid pockets sitting right between the muscle strands. It's real chicken, don't get me wrong, but it's essentially been marinated in fryer oil at a cellular level. So let's bump this up to 1,000 times and see the final verdict. So as you can see, it looks like the mystery is gone. You can see the actual muscle striations and the cellular walls of the proteins. This confirms it that KFC is actually using a real piece of chicken, but is completely drowning in lipid saturation. Do you see it? The oil has forced its way into every gap in the fiber. So is the original recipe actually the winner, or did the oil ruin the play for you guys? So I'm putting all three side by side right now to show you the truth. You aren't going to believe which one actually failed the test. Let's look at the final data. So look at the data. All three of these subjects are technically chicken, you guys, but the preparation is the key. On the left, KFC and Popeyes show clear, organized muscle striations. That's real protein. But on the right, Church's looks like a different planet. You're seeing a total breakdown of cellular structure, dominated by lipid pockets and unrendered fat. It's the same bird, but three completely different results. One is a legitimate muscle fiber and the other is an engineered delivery system for oil. Let's look at the final verdict to see who actually won this rebrand.
Who actually won the great rebrand? If we're talking about actual biology, Popeyes and KFC brought a muscle fiber to the lab fight. They are the clear winners on protein. But Church's? That's not a nugget. This is a structural engineering project made of grease and hope. Look, the marketing says premium, but the scope says saturated. I'm on your side to make sure you aren't paying whole muscle prices for a chemistry project. Check out this video on 3 of the worst processed foods in your pantry right now. Subscribe to see more shocking food experiments.